Stories that shock, inspire, and stay with you. Welcome to another Spark. Buckle up, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a story. Got a story of your own? Send it our way. That said, let's jump into the story.
I used to believe success had a sound. Applause. Recognition. My name was spoken loudly in rooms I had just left. For a long time, that sound guided everything I did. If I'm being honest, I didn't even question it. Felt natural. If I wasn't the best, then what was I doing? If I wasn't ahead, then I was behind. That belief settled into me early and stayed longer than it should have. In my career, I pushed hard. Not loudly, not aggressively, but relentlessly. I watched how others moved, how they spoke, how they positioned themselves. And I learned quickly. I learned how to outperform without appearing desperate. How to deliver results before anyone asked. How to make myself difficult to ignore. In my relationships, it was the same pattern. I wanted to be the most reliable, the most present, the one people leaned on, the one who never failed. Thought that was love. I thought consistency and effort alone could secure loyalty. On the surface, everything worked. People praised me. My name carried weight. Doors opened. I was trusted with responsibility. In relationships, I was admired, sometimes even envied. But there was a quiet tension that followed me everywhere. A feeling I didn't have language for yet. Like standing on a podium and realizing the air up there was thinner than you expected. I told myself it was just the cost of ambition. That everyone who wanted more felt this way. That discomfort meant growth. So I kept going. I ignored how often I felt alone even when surrounded by people. I ignored how conversations felt transactional. I ignored how the compliments sounded rehearsed. I ignored how support thinned the moment I wasn't visibly winning. There were signs, small ones, easy to rationalize. People celebrated me publicly, but hesitated privately. They agreed with me in meetings but resisted quietly afterwards. In relationships, affection came with conditions I pretended not to notice. I told myself it was normal. I told myself envy was proof I was doing something right. I told myself that once I reached the top, everything would settle. But something cracked the illusion. Not in a dramatic way. No argument. No betrayal exposed in one explosive moment. It was quieter than that. I walked into a room once and felt it instantly. The conversations shifted. Not stopped. Shifted. Smiles were there, but they didn't reach the eyes. People were polite but guarded. Later that same week, I wasn't in the room. And I found out what was said. Not insults. Not attacks. Just silence. Indifference. A noticeable absence of advocacy. No one defended me. No one spoke badly either. I simply didn't matter when I wasn't present. That realization sat heavily in my chest. Because I had built my life around being seen. Around being acknowledged. Around being undeniable. And yet, without me there, the world didn't pause. It adjusted. That was the first crack. The moment I realized I was respected for my output, not valued for my presence. I didn't confront anyone. I didn't spiral. I didn't change overnight. I just started watching, listening more than speaking, noticing patterns I had ignored. I noticed how people relaxed around others in ways they never did around me. I noticed how humor flowed when competition wasn't in the room. I noticed how trust was built in spaces where someone didn't always need to be right. And slowly, painfully, I realized something about myself. I had been performing excellence, not embodying connection. I wasn't cruel. I wasn't arrogant in obvious ways. But I was intimidating without meaning to be. Unapproachable without noticing. Always positioned slightly above instead of alongside. That awareness didn't break me. Humbled me. So I stopped pushing. Not in effort, but in the presence. I stopped needing to be the smartest voice in the room. Stopped correcting people publicly. Stopped highlighting my wins unless asked. I started making the people above me look good. Not strategically, genuinely. I anticipated their needs, protected their blind spots, spoke well of them when they weren't there. I made the people around me comfortable. I listened without planning my response. I gave credit freely. I celebrated wins that weren't mine. First, nothing happened. No immediate reward. No applause. But then something shifted. People started opening up around me, sharing ideas they used to withhold, asking for my input without fear. In relationships, conversations deepened. Not because I was doing more, but because I was controlling less. Ironically, my influence grew the moment I stopped chasing it. I became the next rated. The one person mentioned without being prompted. The one they wanted in the room, not to dominate, but to stabilize. I heard about conversations where my name came up kindly, where people trusted my intentions, where opportunities were discussed with me in mind. And I realized then what true success sounded like. It was quiet. It was absent of fanfare. It existed even when I wasn't present. I wasn't at the top of my career yet. My relationships weren't perfect, but I was better. I had traded ego for respect, control for trust, performance for presence. And I finally understood this truth. Being number one impresses people. Being someone they speak well of when you're not there changes your life. I don't chase the podium anymore. Build the room. And somehow, without forcing it, everything is rising with me. Sometimes being next rated is the next step to being the best.